Psalm 27:4. One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. This verse is a powerful expression of David's heart and priorities. Amid threats, enemies, and uncertainty, David makes it clear that his deepest desire is not for safety, power, or victory, but for closeness with God. Psalm 27 begins with bold confidence in the Lord as David's light and salvation, and verse 4 reveals the source of that confidence, a life centered on seeking God's presence. One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, reflects undivided focus. David isn't distracted by worldly pursuits, he is wholly fixed on one request. His longing is singular and clear, to be near to God. In a world full of options and noise, this kind of singular devotion stands out as both beautiful and challenging. That I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life points to more than just visiting a temple. It speaks of permanent communion with God. David's desire is to live in constant awareness of God's presence, to be at home with him every day, not just during moments of worship. It expresses a longing to abide in the sacred and let God's presence shape every moment of his life. To gaze on the beauty of the Lord shows that worship is not just duty, it is delight. David wants to behold God's character, his holiness, his love, and his glory. God's beauty isn't physical, but spiritual, seen in his mercy, justice, and faithfulness. David treasures the Lord for who he is, not just what he gives. And to seek him in his temple speaks of intentional pursuit. David desires to know God more deeply, to grow in understanding, and to enjoy communion with him in the place of worship. For believers, this verse is an invitation to examine what we truly desire. It encourages us to pursue God with undivided hearts, to find our greatest joy not in what he gives, but in who he is. Comment with the words, "Seek him," as we continue to seek after Jesus on a daily basis and putting all our focus on him. May this verse be with you today as you walk with God. Follow and subscribe as we share a verse each day and break down what God is communicating to us.